New and old forms of child abuse. For some crazy, sickening reason, we're a race of beings that abuse our own children. Most people think about abuse and sexuality. Child sexual abuse. But this is not the only way we abuse children. In fact, we're finding new ways. I was flabbergasted to read that in California, a teacher defending, like it was a totally normal thing, to teach children, I think this was ninth graders, about pedophilia. Like old people having sex with young people was a sexual orientation, not a mental disease or a crime. Of course, we have priests abusing children, fathers and brothers and uncles abusing children in their own families, but this is just sexual abuse. How about doctors? Pediatricians are not my favorite doctors because by profession they are into child abuse. There's an abuse that goes on before children are born, and then once they're born, the pediatricians take over, and in many places in the world they slam the kids on the first day of life with vaccines, specifically the hepatitis B vaccine, which is not needed by children because it's not a childhood disease. In many countries outside of the first world, they still have a full dose of mercury in these first day vaccines of hepatitis B. I consider that abuse, a direct attack on children. And then, with all the complications that come from vaccines, then comes all the antibiotics. Doctors, pediatricians abuse children with antibiotics. Very nice. What else? Of course, C-sections in some places are so high, we need to consider that an abuse of women and their children. Today, another new form of child abuse is the climate change people. The climate change, these people who are fanatics about man-made global warming, are stooping to getting the children to be their flag bearers, to come out and try to humiliate the adults and get them to believe something that's not even true. Just because the press says it's true, and they say 97% of scientists say it's true, which is not true. But to get the kids to start mouthing things that are just beliefs, it's worse than the days of Galileo and the Pope insisting that the Earth was the center of the solar system. Man-made global warming insists that man is at the center of weather and climate instead of the sun. Abusing children. We just have this tendency to do that. Water fluoridation is a massive abuse of children. It's a drugging of them without correlating dosages and age and weight. I'm sure I can go on and on. It is a sad, sad, sad thing that we find so many ways to abuse children.